The intent for today's practice is to explore your intuition, and that might not be something that seems particularly straightforward. So as we begin this practice, I'm just going to have a quick few minutes being able to talk you through that in some greater detail. Intuition is like your backseat driver, and you're driving, focusing on the traffic and being able to make sure that you don't get into a car crash. Your intuition is the guy behind you who doesn't necessarily have to focus on the traffic, but they can still see something that's interesting, but they're kind of quiet. So rather than tell you about that, they're a little more subtle and they'll give your chair a kick. When you're working through your practice here today, look for being able to tap into that sense of intuition. Because particularly when we're working with backbends, it can be that you tend to find that your fear really gets ramped up, because backbends aren't something we do on a day-to-day basis. You don't bend over backwards to tie up your shoes. As you're working through the sequence, make sure that you're still comfortable with what you're doing, of course, but still looking at being able to find yourself in that position where you're challenging what it is that you can do without going straight into struggle mode. And your intuition can really be helpful here. So as you're working through the practice, stay connected to your hindbrain. Stay connected to that part of you which has some idea about what it is that you can expect, and be able to feed back to that. So being able to combine your intuition and your fully formed, very intelligent forebrain. Being able to unite the whole of your brain together to be able to have a different experience as you practice here today. Take a comfortable seated position on your mat and begin to deepen your breath. Just closing your eyes, settling into your body. And with that strong breath connecting into that intent, explore your intuition. As you work through our practice here together, do your best to be able to stay open to whatever it is that your mind is feeding back to itself. So of course you're staying connected to breath and you're staying connected to what it is that you feel, making sure that you're challenging yourself without putting yourself into a position of struggle, but also being able to reflect on what it is that's going on in your mind. So being particularly aware of any of those subtle indications that you can either go deeper or that you need to be able to pull back. Whatever it is that you're playing with here, whether this feels like it's something easy or whether it feels like it's already a challenge, do your best to be able to support yourself with your full breath and keep bringing your intention back to your intuition as we work through the sequence together. Still breathing deeply. Open your eyes. Extend your left leg out in front and bring the right heel in on the left thigh. So heel to groin with the left leg straight. If you're comfortable going deeper, then you can take the right foot behind you and come into heel to butt instead, as you wish. Left hand down inside of the left calf, then plant the left palm and bring the left elbow inside of the left thigh if that's available. Push the left arm against the left leg and roll the heart open to the right side of the room. Long inhale, sweeping right arm up and over. As you exhale, activate the left foot, flexing it back towards the shin. Bring the chest higher up away from the hips. Breathe slow and steady, starting to relax the neck, letting left ear hang over left shoulder. Feeling through your body, just recognizing if there's anywhere that could do with a little bit more space. Remember, you're free to adjust the pose as you need to so that you get the best out of your practice. On your next exhale, slowly release the right arm round behind you and swing the right hand over to grab hold of your left thigh. If that's not available or if that's not comfortable, just take hold of the back of your pants or the back of your t-shirt, but you want to be holding on to something with that right hand. Inhaling, draw the chest up. As you exhale, start to explore out through the crown of the head, reaching the chin away from your right shoulder so you're creating an opening on the right side of the neck that feels good for you. Once you've found a decent stretch, feed it with your breath. On your inhale, releasing the right hand, raising the chest up, and switch the cross of your legs. So extending right leg out in front, left heel to groin or left heel to butt, whichever it is that feels more appropriate. Right hand inside of the right calf, right elbow inside of the right thigh. Engage your right arm against the right leg, roll the left shoulder back. Then inhaling, bringing left arm up and over. Exhaling, wrap the right shoulder down, start to let the neck become soft. Long, easy breath. Take a moment here to recognize how your body feels as you begin to play with it. And on your next exhale, take your time. Bring left arm round behind you, snake left hand to grab hold of right thigh or as close as you can on any piece of clothing. Inhaling, draw the chest up. Exhale, start to reach out through the head, opening up the left side of the neck. Slow, easy breath. And inhaling, releasing your left hand, raise the chest up, unfold your left leg, and make sure that your block and your strap are handy close to you as you come to a reclined position on your mat. So laying down on your back, starting with elbow to knee, interlace the hands together, bring the hands up to the top of the neck and the base of the skull. Bring the knees above the hips, have the heels just below the level of the knees. Elbows up. Open the mouth and exhale everything out. Slow inhale, fill the body up. Lift the head and shoulders just an inch. Hold that breath in. Curl the tailbone up. Feel the core switch on. Exhale slowly. Bring the chest up towards the left knee. Stretch the right heel forwards and push through the right heel so you stretch into the right hip. Then inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center, push lower back down. Hold the breath in. Curl tailbone up. Slow and controlled. Exhale, chest up to right knee, bring left leg forwards and push through the left heel, pull the belly down. Inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center. 3 more rounds, both sides. Off we go. Stay connected to what it is that you feel as you're working with the abdominals. Keep the neck, the jaw, the face relaxed. And gently release down to the floor. Ready for bridge with one leg. Draw the heels in towards the bum. Have the feet around hip width apart with the toes pointing forwards. And flip the palms open towards the ceiling above you. Wrap the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a long breath in. As you exhale, ground through the feet. Start to tuck the tailbone up. Lift the hips and breathe. Just settle into a strong bridge. Feel for engaging down through your active feet into the mat. Keeping the neck, the jaw, the face relaxed, just like we did in abs. On your next exhale, bring your left knee up towards the chest and inhaling, straighten the left leg. So pushing left heel away from left hip, flexing the toes of the left foot back to the shin. Long, fulfilling breath. If you need to have a little bit of additional support, feel free to slide your block under the back of the pelvis whenever you need to. But make sure that you're taking as much weight as you can down for your right leg here. On your next exhale, gently release the left heel down in line with the left hip. Take a full breath here in bridge. Then exhaling, ground through the left foot, bring right knee up to the chest. Inhaling, stretch out through the right heel, pushing the heel towards ceiling. Breathing slow, breathing deep. And exhaling gently, releasing the right foot down to the floor, tucking the tailbone up and lowering the hips all the way to the mat. Grab hold of your block, put it medium ways in between your thighs, comfortably close to the pelvis. Interlace the hands together, top of the neck, base of the skull. Then bring the knees above the hips and straighten the legs as much as is comfortable for you right now. Whether you've got the legs straight or slightly bent, have the knees above the hips here. Flex the toes back to the shins. Open the mouth, release the breath. Full inhale through the nose. Fill the body up. Lift the head and shoulders just an inch. Hold the breath in. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze the block tight. Exhale slowly. Float the chest up towards ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades off the floor. Keep the throat open. Inhaling. Release the chest and pelvis back. Push your lower back to the mat. Hold the breath in. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze block tight. Slowly exhale, bring the chest up off the floor. Pull belly down and inhale, release chest and pelvis back. Take 3 more rounds, slow and controlled. Don't try and rush through them just to be able to get through the abs. And then inhaling, releasing your chest, your head, your feet gently to the floor. Remove the block and set it to the side. Roll over onto your right side and come onto all fours for dolphin with dorsal fin. So playing around with the pose, full dolphin with dorsal fin looks like this. Right leg comes up and back, squeeze the heel into the bum. Left hand walks back, reaching left hand up to grab the right shin. Squeeze the heel into the bum and lift the right knee up. Now if that looks like that's too much of a challenge for you to be able to play with today, you're going to work with a straightforward dolphin, one leg raised, knee bent. Let's find out what works. Bring your elbows down to the mat, grab the biceps with the opposite hand and plant the palms. If your wrist or shoulder tweaky, of course, hands clasped together, interlace the fingers, press the outer edge of the forearm to the mat. From here, shoulders above the elbows, neck soft, knees under the hips. Slow inhale, arch the middle of the back up to ceiling. And as you exhale, ground through the forearms, lift the knees up, come through to dolphin. Take a breath. You're reaching down through the arms, lifting the hips up, pressing the heels down to the floor. As you're working with your dolphin, make sure that you're happy with what you're creating. On your exhale, raise the left leg up and back. Bend the left knee, pull the heel in towards the bum. If you've got the palms flat and you'd like to go stronger, peel the right elbow up, start to tiptoe, right hand back, then taking right hand up to grab hold of left shin, squeeze the heel into the bum tight, lift the left knee higher. However far you take the pose, make sure that you're challenging yourself here.
Stay connected to your breath. And inhaling, gently release the left foot, right arm, knees down to the floor. Just sit the body up, give the shoulders a little bit of TLC. And then from here, we're coming back down for the second side. Elbows planted, grab the biceps, choose your hand position. When you're ready, follow your breath through into dolphin. This time we're working with right leg up and back, right heel drawn in towards the bum. Keep lifting the right knee up. Steady breath. If you're happy to go stronger, peel the left elbow up, walk the left hand back, play with picking the fingers up off the floor. Long, steady breath. Still grounding through the right arm, helping to keep that right shoulder open. Remember, the intensity that you're working with is entirely up to you. Make sure that you're still consciously controlling how you're working with the practice. If you're going to come down, make sure that you release the hand down rather than trying to hold on to the ankle. And inhaling gently, lower yourself down. Sit the body up, roll out the shoulders, and from there, come standing up to the front of the mat. For today's practice, we're going to take 2 classic suns and 2 sun Bs. So begin with the feet hip width apart, body upright, shoulders wrapped down away from the ears. Exhaling, bring the hands into prayer position. Inhaling, off we go. Lift the arms up. Slow and easy, exhale, hands down, fold forwards. Inhaling, left foot back for lunge. And exhaling, taking the hands down, stepping back to plank gently, lowering down to the floor. Hands in front of the shoulders, inhale up through low cobra. Exhaling, pull the heart forwards and lower down. Hands back, push back through to downward dog. Take a long breath in. Exhaling, left foot forwards, right knee down, adjust your base so you can inhale, reach up through to lunge. And exhaling, taking the hands down, step the right foot forwards, fold over straight legs, relax. Then inhale, lift the body up, raise the arms high. Exhaling, tuck tailbone, hands together in front of the heart. One more classic sun, off we go. Working through 2 sun Bs. Exhaling, press the hands to prayer position in front of the chest. And inhaling, bend the knees, sink the hips and reach the arms up into chair. Slowly exhale and fold forwards over straight legs, soften the neck and the jaw. Then inhaling, reach the heart forwards, lengthen out the back of the body. Exhaling, bend the knees, put the palms down flat and lean into the hands as you step or jump back through to plank and gently lower the chest to the floor. Roll the shoulders back and inhale, reach up through cobra. As you exhale, bring the heart forwards, lower down and drive through to downward dog. From here, inhaling, step the left foot to the left hand and stand for warrior 1. As soon as you finished inhaling, you're exhaling and taking the hands down. Step back to plank, gently lower all the way down to the mat. Shoulders back, inhale cobra, feel for that length in your lower back. Exhaling, bring the heart forwards, lower down. Push back through to downward dog. On your inhale, step the right foot forwards, come to warrior 1. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears as you lift your arms. And exhaling, Taking the hands down, step back to plank gently. Bring yourself down to the floor. Inhale up through cobra. Exhale, lower down. Push back through to downward dog. And lift the heels up, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet to the front of the mat. And exhaling, fold over straight legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach up through chair. And exhale, standing, hands together in front of the heart. Running through one more in your own breath. Feel free to follow me if you need to. Off we go. Remember not to worry about left and right. Just try and do both. And from here we're going to work through to an inversion of your choice. I'm going to recommend going with dolphin on the wall, one leg, taking 10 breaths each side. So you've got 20 breaths to be able to play around with here. If you're not working with an inversion, I'd say take chair on the wall with a block in between your thighs. Starting off, get yourself into position. And for dolphin on the wall, one leg. Just finding leg length away from the wall, making sure you've got appropriate padding for your elbows. Tuck the back of your shirt into your pants. Bring the elbows down to the floor. Grab the biceps and choose your hand position. So hands clasped or palms flat, whichever feels better for you. With the neck soft, long inhale. Draw the middle of the back up towards ceiling. And exhaling, coming up off the floor, stepping one foot and then the other up onto the wall. As you're working here, stay connected to your intention of being able to listen to your intuition here. Recognize as you raise the left leg up, what it is that changes about the pose, what it is that you feel about that change. Then connect back into your best breath. You're doing your best to be able to engage down through the forearms to keep the head lifted off the floor, reaching the heel up towards ceiling. And tucking the tailbone so you're not turning this into an accidental back bend. Before exhaling, stepping one foot and then the other down to the floor. Halfway. Take a break, roll the shoulders out. Then, sitting back up, elbows down, grab the biceps, find your hand position. When you're ready, going back up for dolphin, one leg on the second side. And exhaling gently, coming down to the mat. Now, sit the body up, roll out the shoulders, and coming to a position for chest opener on the wall. So start off in a warrior one, left foot forwards, around 12 inches away from the wall. Bring your left hand up to the wall, slide it up and back. So your left hand's at shoulder height with the fingers pointing backwards. Left elbow bent, so you can tuck the left shoulder down. Bring the right hand onto the left side of the chest. Take a long breath in As you exhale, press the fingers and the palm of the left hand against the wall. Roll the left shoulder down a little bit more. Start to ease the chest away from the wall until you find a stretch on the left side of the chest that feels good for you. Use the fingertips of your right hand to locate the precise point where you get the strongest stretch, and then feed that area with your breath. As you're working here with the pose, still calm, connected to what it is that you're feeling. And on your inhale, gently release. Turn the heart back to the wall, release the left arm down, step the right foot forwards and switch. So, right foot forwards, left foot back, right knee bent, tailbone tucked. Right hand onto the wall at shoulder height, right palm grounding on the wall, right elbow tucking the right shoulder down. Left hand to the right side of the chest and follow the breath into the stretch. So deep breath in, and as you exhale slowly, press the right hand against the wall, push the right elbow down, draw the heart open towards the middle of the room. As you're working with the second side here, for those of us who are right-handed, right side tends to be stronger and a little tighter, left side weaker, a little bit more open. Recognize what it is that you feel, whether you recognize a strong imbalance between left and right side. But also being able to recognize how the sensation that you feel in the pose changes as you take 10 breaths. On your inhale, release the heart back towards the wall, lower the right arm down, step the left foot forwards, and then bring yourself back to your mat, ready for a series of 2 pose vignettes. Starting off at the front of the mat, we'll run through a sun B to come into this first vignette, beginning with Warrior One with arch arms followed by a straightforward lunge. So exhaling, bring the hands into prayer position in front of the heart. Inhaling, sink the hips, reach the arms up in chair. Exhaling, fold forwards over straight legs, soften the neck, soften the jaw. Long inhale, scoop the heart forwards, find that length in the back of the body. Exhaling, bend the knees, put the hands down flat, step or jump back to plank, lower the knees in the chest, shoulders pull back, and inhale, reach up through to cobra. Exhaling, draw the heart forwards, lower down, push back through to downward dog. Inhaling the left foot forward, stand and adjust for a strong Warrior One base. And then from here, taking archer arms, bring your right hand up towards ceiling and take the right hand down between the shoulder blades. Then bring the left hand down and sneak it up. Clasp the hands together. You want to have a strong bind with this. If you're just about scratching your fingertips together, you want to be able to use your strap, dangle it down from the right hand, grab it with the left, so you're holding on to something firmly. Whatever you're working with, reach your right elbow up towards ceiling and your left elbow down towards the floor. Find a level of tension in the shoulders that feels appropriate for you right now. Slow, easy breath. Still strong in your Warrior One, tucking tailbone down, grounding through the right heel, reaching left knee forwards. On your inhale, release whatever you're holding on to with your hands, and exhaling, lower the right knee down to the floor. Give it appropriate padding to work into a low lunge position. So brace the hands on the left thigh, exhaling, tuck the tailbone down, sink the hips towards the left heel. Then inhaling, sweep the arms up, keep the shoulders soft, return to the best breath you can. As you're working with that opening in the right hip, if you feel that it's good for you to go stronger, you can engage the left knee further forwards. You can press the top of the right foot against the mat. Make sure you're keeping the tuck in the tailbone, so you're keeping that opening in the hip, moving that tension away from your lower back. And exhaling gently, releasing the hands down to the floor. Inhale, step back to plank position. Exhaling, gently lower knees and chest all the way down to the floor. I'm going to take 5 rounds of low cobra here. Put the top of the feet on the mat, have the hands 12 inches in front of the shoulders, elbows spread wide so you can keep the chest nice and low as your starting position. As you exhale, press the thighs down against the floor, ground the top of the feet against the mat. Inhaling, slowly drawing the heart forwards, lifting the chest up, feeling for being able to open the spine, using the back muscles to lift. Exhale, keep reaching the heart forwards, lower the chest down, spread the elbows wider and relax. Then repeat, push thighs down, ground the feet, shoulders back as you inhale, reaching up through to cobra. Once your body's full, exhale, keep pulling the heart forwards, slowly lower the chest and switch off. Make sure you get that point of relaxation before you begin again. Take 3 more in your own breath. And in low cobra, this is very much about being able to really find that opening, that length in the lumbar spine. And once you've finished, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, push back through to downward dog, and take a breather. Ready for warrior 1 with arch your arms on the right hand side. Inhaling, bring the right foot forward, stand and adjust. This will tend to be the tighter side for most of us who are right-handed. Bring the left arm up and the left hand down between the shoulder blades, then taking the right arm down and sneaking it up. Clasping the hands together. If you need to, use a strap here. And breathe. Recognize that the asymmetry means that this is a very different pose to the same position with the right elbow lifted. And you're still looking at being able to help unlock the shoulders. So you're applying enough pressure up through left elbow, down through right elbow, so that the shoulders have some degree of challenge here. You're not just making use of the range of motion that you've got, you're actively looking to be able to extend it. And inhaling, gently release. Take the hands down to the floor, pad the left knee, adjust your position for your low lunge. Start by tucking tailbone, reaching the hips down to the right heel, lengthening the right knee forwards and pressing top of the left foot against the floor. When you're ready, inhaling, lift the arms up. On your exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor, stepping back to plank, gently lowering knees and chest all the way to the mat. Low cobra, hands forwards, tuck tailbone, ground feet. Inhale, reach up and forwards. Exhale, keep drawing the heart forwards, spread the elbows, lower the chest, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, drive back through to downward dog. Take a full breath here. Ready for our next vignette, working with lunge on the ball of the back foot and lunge heel to butt. On your exhale, step the left foot forwards, but keep the right foot where it is. So toes of the right foot still pointing forwards as well. So the feet are lined up parallel, pointing to the front of your mat. Hands onto the hips, bend the right knee slightly, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone and start to lower the right knee down. Now, stay connected to what you're feeling here in the right leg, because the intensity tends to build pretty quickly. Rely on your intuition to tell you whether you can last the remainder of this pose in the same position, whether you need to raise a little bit higher, or whether you can go deeper with that right knee. If you'd like to, keep the hands on the hips. If you're comfortable though, you can lift the arms up. Slow, steady breath, just helping to feed those big muscles that you're opening in the lower half of the body. So another 3 breaths here. Feel for what's happening. Respond to that. And exhaling gently, releasing the hands down. Lower the right knee. Come into your low lunge position. So hips lower than the level of the forward knee. That's the low lunge position. And that's going to mean that when we pick up the right foot, the pressure is going to be coming onto the right thigh rather than going down through the right kneecap. So once you've got your lunge base, take the hands down inside the left foot, and then from here, exhaling. Bend the right knee, swing right heel up towards bum. Take your right hand back, grab hold of the right shin, and then lean the chest back forwards to the front of the mat. Squeeze the right heel in as tight as is comfortable for you on your right thigh. And if you're happy here, then you can bring your left forearm up across the left thigh. If you're not able to grab that right hand onto the right shin, use your strap instead. Wrap it around the right shin. But if you're working with that, keep the left hand grounded inside of the left foot. And whatever position you're playing with here, bend the right elbow, so you're taking control of that opening in the right hip. If you have the right arm straight, the stretch is just determined by the length of the right arm. I want you to be able to focus on creating something here rather than just existing through it. Taking 4 more breaths. On your inhale, gently lowering the right foot down. Remove the strap, set it to the side if you've been using it. Step back to plank and exhale. Come all the way down to the floor. Hands grounded directly under the shoulders, top of the feet on the mat. As you exhale, tucking tailbone down, pushing thighs and feet against the floor. Shoulders roll back and inhale. Pull the heart forwards. Lift the chest, coming into a stronger back bend, but still using the hands to help bring the heart to the front of the room. Exhale slowly. Pull the chest forwards, lower the heart down, and relax. 4 more in your own breath. Off you go. And you're really slowing the movement down, making sure that you're using your back muscles here. So this is helping to strengthen the muscles which are going to be able to guide you into your back bends. And then pressing back through to downward dog. Take a moment, return to your breath. On your inhale, step the right foot forward, stand up, hands to the hips for lunge on the ball of the back foot. Tucking tailbone down and sinking left knee, finding a depth of position that feels appropriate for you. Breathing slow and steady, you're helping to feed the lower half of the body, those big muscles that are working and generating that heat. And on your exhale, gently releasing the hands down, lower the left knee and adjust to your low lunge. Lunge heel to butt. Using the strap if that's what you've got to go with. Hands grounded inside of the right foot. Start by bringing the left heel up. Grab hold of the left shin. Squeeze left heel in towards the bum. If you're comfortable there, you can keep the right hand on the floor, or you can raise the right forearm up across the right thigh. We're tucking tailbone down towards right heel. Feeling for that opening in the left hip. Then looking at being able to craft something new by bending the left elbow to make that more intense, or allowing the left arm to straighten a little more if we need to back away from that tension. As you exhale, gently releasing left foot, hands down to the floor, step back to plank, lower knees and chest. Shoulders back, inhale up through cobra. Exhaling, bring the heart forwards, lower down, press back through to downward dog. So for our third vignette, we're going to come into warrior one on the ball of the back foot, and then working down into lunge back bend. So, just as we did with lunge on the ball of the back foot, the right foot stays where it is. Inhaling, bring the left foot forwards, raise the body up. Now from here, have the right knee soft, so slightly bent. Use the hands, help to tuck the tailbone down. Then reach the left knee forwards, the left knee is above or beyond the left heel. Reach the right heel down towards the floor. If the right heel touches the mat, you're going to have to take the right foot further backwards here. But again, both feet parallel, pointing straight forwards. You can keep the hands on the hips or you can release the arms up. Either way, find that opening in the front of the right hip. Feel for what it is that's happening here. So does that feel like the right hip is holding on strong? Does it feel like the right hip is starting to release and let go? And exhaling gently, releasing the hands down to the floor. Settling for a low lunge position, so right knee reasonably far back. And before we even start to sink down into the lunge, we're going to bring our hands into the back bend position. So have the thumbs on either side of the lower spine, just above the back of the pelvis. Fingers pointing forwards, palms on the top of the bum. Bring the shoulders down, draw the elbows in tight, take a slow breath in. As you exhale, tucking tailbone down, sink the hips to the left heel. reaching the left knee forwards, squeezing the elbows in tight with your inhale. Raise the chest higher up. And exhaling, starting to draw the chest back. As always, for your back bends, you get to make the choice of chin to chest or chin back, whichever you feel more comfortable with. And inhaling, bring the chest upright. Exhale, take the hands down, step the left foot back, lower the knees down and sit up. Just have a quick watch of me demonstrating upward dog. So full upward dog, starting in a plank position. Exhale, slowly lower the chest, elbows squeezing in tight, chest, hips, knees still off the mat, top of the feet on the floor, shoulders back, and inhale, reach up through to upward dog. Elbows still bent, heart still pulling forwards. Exhaling, keep pulling the heart forwards, lower the chest down, untuck the toes, this is back to chaturanga, press back through to plank position. Now, if you need to, you can adjust it. So as you exhale, you can lower the knees down, put the top of the feet on the floor, then inhale up through to upward dog, keeping the knees on the mat. Exhaling, lower down, so neutralize the spine, push back through to plank. If you need to, you can take it all the way back through to cobra. So hips down on the floor, shoulders back, and inhale, reaching the heart forwards, lifting up. Exhale, bringing the heart forwards, lower down, tuck toes under, push back to plank. Whichever variation it is that you're comfortable working with, we're going to go for 5, and that could be 1 upward dog, 2 cobras, whatever it is that you need to do. Flip around, change it as you wish. Just make sure that you're comfortable because this tends to get pretty strong. Starting off, come to plank position. Hands on the shoulders, toes tucked under. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. We're lowering down to the floor slowly. Top of the feet on the mat. Inhale up through to cobra. Elbows still bent. Shoulders wrapped down. Exhaling. Bring the heart forwards, lower down. Tuck the toes under. Push back to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lower down to chaturanga. Top of the feet on the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Push through to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, lower the chest. Top of the feet on the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, chest down. Push back to plank. Take a deep breath. Exhaling, lower the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, chest down, push through to plank. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhaling, lower the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lower the chest down. Push back through to downward dog. From here, second side of the vignette. Inhaling, right foot forwards. Stand up. Hands onto the hips. Left knee soft. Gently tuck the tailbone. Reach the right knee forwards and the left heel back. Find the opening in the left hip. And inhaling, sweep the arms up. Keep the shoulders soft. Remember, the opening in the left hip is controlled by the reach forwards through the right knee, the drive back through the left heel. You're the one that's in control, you're the one that's creating whatever it is that you've got going on in that left hip, so take responsibility for that. And exhaling, releasing the hands down. Lower the left knee and bring the hands onto the hips. Lunge back bend. Take a deep breath in.
Exhaling, tucking the tailbone, sink the hips, squeeze the elbows together. Slow breath in, reach the heart up. As you exhale, roll the shoulders down, squeeze elbows in tighter. Again, chin to chest, chin back as you wish. And inhaling, release. Exhaling, taking the hands down to the floor, step back to plank. Come down to chaturanga. Inhale up through to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lower down, press through to downward dog. Final vignette, working with lance dodger and then lunge with a strap. So inhaling, step the left foot forward, stand up and adjust for your warrior one base. Hips square to the front of the mat. Then with the left leg forwards, take the left arm round behind the back and wrap the left hand around the top of the right hip. If that's not available or if that's not comfortable for you, make a fist with the left hand instead. But your forearms resting across the back of the pelvis there. Right arm comes up, heel of the right palm on the base of the skull. Wrap your fingers around your neck, not your throat. Deep breath in, reach the right elbow towards ceiling. As you exhale, use the left forearm, tuck the tailbone down. Keep reaching the right elbow upwards as you begin to ease the chest back into your back bend here. With that right leg behind you, lean into your intuition. Feel for whether you can take the chest a little bit further back or whether that's not really appropriate for you right now. And inhaling, bring the chest upright. As you exhale, take the hands down to the floor, gently lower the right knee once again to a low lunge position. Grab hold of your strap. You want to be able to have both ends of the strap clasped together in one hand. And then reaching back, just loop the strap over the right shin. You want to have it close towards the ankle, but not actually on the ankle joint itself. Now from there, split the strap, so one end of the strap in either hand, and you don't want to have the strap wrapped around the ankle. So it's just nice and simple, strap flows left to right, easy to floss the shin with the strap here. Start by tucking tailbone down, sinking hips towards the left heel, then exhaling. Allow the right foot to raise up, swing the straps over your shoulders like a backpack. Make a hook with the right foot, flex the foot back to the shin, and then from here, inhaling, reach the elbows up towards ceiling. Steady breath. And rather than pulling that right heel in towards the bum, you're actually reaching the right heel down towards the floor, bringing the elbows up towards the ceiling. If you're comfortable with this and you'd like to go a little stronger, just walk the hands down behind you, closer towards the foot. But you've still got the palms facing in towards each other, so the arms are neutral with the shoulder joint. And inhaling, gently releasing that right foot down, setting the strap out to the side, but keeping it handy. Inhale back through to plank position. Exhale, gently bring the heart down to the floor. Straight forward boat pose. Clasp the hands together behind the back of the pelvis, palm to palm. Squeeze the legs together tight. Inhale, lift chest and legs up away from the floor.
Exhaling, look down your own top. So back of the neck is long. You can play with lifting the hands from the back of the pelvis if that's comfortable for your shoulders. Just going to be here for another 5 breaths. With each inhale, feel for being able to float the chest higher away from the mat. As you exhale, use your back muscles to try and maintain that height. And exhaling gently, lower the legs, the hands down to the floor, push back through to downward dog. Inhaling, left foot where it is, right foot comes forwards, stand and adjust for your warrior 1. From there, right arm wraps around behind the back, capping the left hip, or making a fist with that right hand. Left palm comes up and to the back of the neck, heel of the palm at the base of the skull. Inhale, telescope the ribs up, lift through the left elbow. As you exhale, use that right forearm, tuck the tailbone down, but keep lifting the chest as you start to lean the heart back. Recognize if this is easier or if this is stronger in this position with the right leg forwards as opposed to the left. Just allow your intuition, your intelligence to dwell on that. Recognize whether that connects back to any tension that you had around the hips. Just in terms of what it is that's going on asymmetrically when you're working with your back bends here. And inhaling, bring the chest upright, release the arms out. Exhaling, bring the hands down to the floor and adjust for your low lunge position. Grab hold of your strap. Threading strap around left shin this time. Have either end of the strap in each hand and exhaling, tuck the tailbone down to the right heel. Swing the strap over the shoulders as you raise that left foot up. And then from here, exhaling. Tucking tailbone down towards the right heel, reach the elbows up towards ceiling, take the hands down closer towards the left foot on the strap if that feels good for you. Wherever you're at, as always, steady breath. And inhaling, gently release. Take the left foot down to the floor, step back through to downward dog. And then exhaling, gently lower the knees down and sit up. Having a look at what you're going to be doing next. 2 variations, one will be bridge one leg with a strap, and the other will be king or queen dancer, depending on which you prefer. Starting off, just demonstrate bridge with a strap. So, set yourself up for a normal bridge, where you'd have the strap dangled around your shins, feet hip width apart, shoulders wrapped, and follow the breath into the pose. So, strap loose in the hands, deep breath in, and exhaling, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up. From here, unthread your left foot and use the hands on the strap, creep them towards the right ankle so you can create some tension, get a strong back bend, and on your inhale, reaching left heel up towards ceiling. You take 10 breaths there on the left side, and then switch, coming down if you need to, but rethreading the left foot and unthreading the right if that's available to you to come through to the second side before coming down to the mat. If you'd like to go with something a little stronger, something that might challenge your balance, then you're going to play with King or Queen Dancer. Starting off, either end of the strap in your hands, try and have as few twists in the strap as you can. And from here, we'll be starting with the left foot coming over the strap. Then bend the right knee, pick the right foot up, flamingo style. Take the strap onto the right shin so you can put some tension on the strap. And from there, exhaling, swing the strap over the shoulders on either side. From here, working into your dancer, exhaling, slowly lean the chest forwards. Start to raise the right heel away from the bum, and then reaching the elbows up. If you're comfortable going stronger, you walk the hands down the strap. But if you find that it's tricky with the balance, your variation will be to do this facing towards the wall. So again, with my left foot forwards in front of the strap, taking my right foot off the floor, strap comes over the shoulders, and from here, slow so that you're not going to bash the elbows onto the wall. Lean the chest forwards, reach the elbows onto the wall, and then come into your back bend. Just come down, stand off the wall, and release the right foot down. So, making a choice as to what it is that you're going to be using here, grab hold of your strap, and we'll be taking 10 breaths on each side. If you're working King or Queen Dancer with me, you're standing up. If you're working with bridge one leg, laying down on your mat. Off we go. And inhaling, gently releasing the right foot down. Or if you're working with bridge one leg, releasing the left foot down and switching sides. Take your time, keep the breath deep. And inhaling, gently release. Remove your strap, set it out to the side, and lay down on your back. Warming down with elbow to knee star spiral pulse. Start off laying flat on your back. Interlace the fingers and bring the hands up to the top of the neck and the base of the skull. Bring your knees above your hips and have the heels just below the level of the knees. Take a long breath in, fill the body up. Lift the head and shoulders just an inch up off the floor and then hold that breath in. We'll take a slow round first. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale. Lift your chest up towards the left knee and straighten the right heel up towards ceiling. Take a long breath in. Turn your right thigh in so your right knee points towards the left. And then from here, keeping right leg straight, exhale.
Push up through the right heel to lift the right hip up off the floor. 1, 2, 3 times. And inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center. Push the lower back down to the floor. Keep the head lifted an inch. Hold the breath in and curl tailbone up. Exhale, chest up to right knee. Bring the left leg straight up towards ceiling. So left heel above left knee, above left hip. Long inhale, turn the left thigh in. As you exhale, keeping the left leg straight, push up through left heel, lift left buttock off the mat. 1, 2, 3 times. And inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center, push lower back down. Hold the breath in, curl tailbone up. Exhale, chest up to left knee, straighten the right leg. Keep flexing toes to the right foot back to the shin. Full inhale, turn the right thigh in, so right knee points to the left. Exhale, keeping the right leg straight. Push up. 1, 2, 3 times. And inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Take your time. Chest up to right knee, left leg up. Full inhale, turn the left thigh in. And exhaling, lifting left hip. 1, 2, 3. Inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center. Speed round. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhaling, chest up to left knee, stretch the right leg up, turn the right thigh in, push 1 and 2 and 3, and inhaling, bend the knees, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, chest up to right knee, left leg up, left thigh in, push 1, 2, 3, and inhaling, bend the knees back to center. Last round. Hold the breath in, curl tailbone up. Exhale, chest up to left knee, right leg up, turn the right thigh in, push 3 times through your right heel, and inhale, bend the knees, come back to center. Keep the chest lifted. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, up to right knee, left leg up, turn left thigh in, push 3 times up through the left heel, really get that left hip lifted. Then inhale, bend the knees back to center, and exhale, release the feet and head down to the floor. Take the hands out from behind the back of the head. Straighten your right leg out in front of you and bring your left knee up towards the chest. Take both hands onto the left knee, roll the shoulders down and squeeze the left knee up towards the body. From here, taking the left arm onto the floor above the left shoulder. If that's uncomfortable, pop the left palm under the back of the head. On your exhale, guide left knee over towards right armpit. Find an easy place for you to be able to rest here, and then focus on being able to restore your breath. Inhaling, bring that left leg back to center and release the left foot down. From here, bring right knee up to the chest. Exhaling, squeeze the right knee in towards the body. Left hand stays on right knee, the right arm releases above the right shoulder. Take a slow breath in. As you exhale, guide right knee over to left armpit. Again, find a level of tension in the back that's comfortable for you to play with here at the end of your practice. On your inhale, bring that right leg back to center, releasing the right foot down and shuffling the heels in towards your bum. Bring the feet wider apart than the hips, lean the knees onto each other. So this is the back tweaky variation that I tend to teach for Shavasana, but it's also a nice way of being able to take the tension out of the lower back after you've been doing a back bending sequence. If you don't enjoy this position, feel free to straighten the legs out.
You can have the hands resting on the belly or with palms open towards ceiling, but wrap the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift the head for a moment, lengthen the crown of the head away from the body, and then relax the back of the head down on the floor. Close your eyes, take a long breath in. Open the mouth and let go. Just do that a couple more times, helping to come into a more relaxed state. And then allowing yourself to release the control of your breath as well. Just allowing yourself to become soft, quiet, passive. Being able to spend a few moments here at the end of your practice, just connected to feeling, unconcerned about anything else that's going on in the universe right now, just being present in this moment. Be here for a few minutes and I'll bring you back when we're done.
Begin to deepen your breath. Start to stretch open your fingers, your palms, your wrists, toes, feet and ankles. And then bring the knees up towards the chest, wrap your arms around the legs and gently rock from left to right. When you're ready, bring the right hand down by the right side of the head. As you exhale, rock over onto your right side. Keep the neck relaxed, bring yourself back up. Take the right palm to the right side of the head, lift the head with the hand. And then come into a comfortable seated position. Hands in prayer position in front of the heart. Chest lifted, breath as deep as you can make it right now. Namaste.